Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald with Veterans for America First and our partner channel, The Vet Voice. I'm here with one of our state legislators who's also running for state senate in Georgia, Colton Moore. Colton, could you please tell our board and our viewers a little bit about your background?
Absolutely, Stan. Thanks for having me on. My name is Colton Moore. I represent Northwest Georgia. To give you an idea of what my district entails, it's pretty much the most conservative part of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene's district in the state Senate and covers about half of the territory. I'm a fifth generation North Georgian. I've lived on the same mountain 5 generations. They were there prior to the Civil War even. And my grandfather, he was a veteran in World War II. He was an aircraft mechanic over in Europe. And my dad served in the Army, was a bridge builder and destroyer. So he was on a special unit that went out and built bridges across rivers. And when they needed to destroy them, they would destroy the enemy's bridges. So that's my family's veteran connection. I didn't serve, but I find it, very important to make sure when I'm in the state legislature that their sacrifices don't go unseen. And ultimately, we're continuing to fight for the freedom that they fought for.
Well, we certainly appreciate that. And I know your history. Can you just tell us a little bit about the issues you've taken up here in Georgia, one of them being the heartbeat bill, which came up 2 nights ago in the Senate debate?
Yeah, so the heartbeat bill in Georgia was a very tough fought fight. There was anywhere from 50,000 to 90,000 abortions in the state of Georgia. And ultimately, there was a big battle for control in the state house when I was there in 2019. The Speaker of the House was very reluctant to bring the bill to the floor. Ultimately, it was assigned to a committee that wasn't even going to give it a hearing. And obviously, there were many of us who were pushing hard for it, but we also had to put a little pressure on the Speaker that a lot of people thought was a crazy thing to do. Fortunately, there were some sins of the Speaker. He was an attorney, and there were some case delays. There were 10 of us state legislators who signed a resolution asking the Speaker to step down from his position and take care of those cases. I think ultimately the Speaker felt like maybe there was mutiny within the caucus, and he gave the bill another committee, ultimately making it to the House floor, and in the 11th hour passing by 1 vote.
Well, there you have it. I mean, not only does Colton have on his website, he wants to drain the swamp, he fought the swamp, and he saved countless lives with getting this heartbeat bill passed. So the country appreciates you. And Colton, I hear you have a good fundraising event coming up. Can you tell our viewers about that?
Yeah, Stan, I'm super excited about it. We're going to have a machine gun shoot. It's going to be a 1919 Browning A4 machine gun. This was one of those surplus machine guns. It was actually given to Israel. Israel held on to it until the 1980s, and a fellow from Pennsylvania purchased this rifle. A good friend of ours, Representative Matt Gertler from the House, who is now the Chief of Staff for U.S. Congressman Thomas Massie, he and I are good friends. It's his machine gun, and he said, let's raise some money around this thing. So we're going to have a machine gun shoot. We're going to bring out some other rifles as well. We're going to have some old cars, some refrigerators. I mean, it's going to be a big time had by all. We're going to have cheeseburgers. The Georgia-Florida game is going to be streamed live for all of our big dog fans. And if anybody can donate any amount. If you donate $50, you get to shoot 5 rounds out of the machine gun. And if you're a max out donor at $3,000, you get to hold that trigger down for 300 rounds.
Well, if I wasn't going to be with John Fredericks in the Trump bus tour, I would be there in person because that sounds like a lot of fun. And I do want to encourage everybody in Georgia, please check out Colton's website. And I'm going to put at the end of this video the advertisement for the machine gun shoot. And I also want to make an announcement here with Colton. Myself and our board members and our entire team in Georgia, we've been following him for a long time, and he is genuinely, I could speak, he is a genuine America First candidate. He's a good guy. He represents our values. He fights for Georgia. So we are going to announce our endorsement from Veterans for America First for Colton for Georgia Senate.
Well, I really appreciate that. I hope to continue to send support your way as well. And we've got a country to save, Stan, so let's get after it.
And Colton, can you just tell people what your website is before we sign off?
Yeah, it's coltonmore.com. And you can also email me anytime, colton@coltonmore.com. And happy to talk to you.
Well, thank you, my friend, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Stan. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye-bye now.